For thousands of years in countless cultures, one question has persisted, challenging the faith of believers and providing a cornerstone for skeptics. It is a question born not in abstract philosophy, but in the raw, real experience of human suffering. A child dies of cancer, a natural disaster wipes out a community, a war brings unimaginable cruelty. In these moments, a cry goes up, why? If there is a God, and if that God is all-powerful and all-good, how can such things happen? This is the problem of evil, and it is perhaps the most significant intellectual and emotional obstacle to belief in a benevolent deity. Today, we will explore this problem and the major responses to it. The problem of evil can be framed as a logical puzzle. It points out an apparent contradiction between three statements that many theists, people who believe in God, hold to be true simultaneously. Number one, God is omnipotent, all-powerful. God has the power to do anything that is logically possible. God can create universes, alter nature, and intervene in human affairs. Number two, God is omnibenevolent, all-good. God is perfectly loving, kind, and just. God desires well-being and happiness for creation and opposes evil and suffering. Number three, evil exists. There is undeniable and abundant evil and suffering in the world, both moral evil caused by humans like murder and theft, and natural evil caused by nature like earthquakes and diseases. The problem argues that you cannot have all three. The logic goes like this. If God is all-powerful, he could prevent evil. If God is all-good, he would want to prevent evil, but evil exists, therefore either God is not all-powerful, or he is not all good, or, perhaps, he is neither. This is a powerful and seemingly airtight argument. So, how have theologians and philosophers attempted to resolve it? The most famous and influential response is the free will defense. This argument focuses primarily on moral evil, the evil we humans cause. The defense states that a world with free creatures is more valuable than a world of pre-programmed robots who always do good. For love, courage, justice, and morality to be truly meaningful, we must have the genuine freedom to choose them, and that necessarily includes the freedom to choose their opposites: hate, cowardice, injustice, and evil. According to this view, God, in his wisdom, created a world where free will is possible. He does not cause evil, but he allows it as a necessary consequence of granting us genuine freedom. The atrocities of history are not God's will, but the result of humanity's misuse of its God-given freedom. This defense, however, faces its own challenges. Natural evil. What about tsunamis, cancer, and earthquakes? These are not caused by human free will. Why would a good God allow such suffering? Excessive suffering. Is the degree of suffering we see truly necessary? Could free will not exist with far less brutality and pain? Predestination versus intervention. Could God not occasionally intervene to prevent the very worst consequences of our free will without completely destroying it? Another line of thinking, often associated with the philosopher John Hick, is the soul-making theodicy. This argument suggests that the world is not meant to be a paradise, but a vale of soul-making. Suffering and challenges are necessary for the development of virtues like compassion, resilience, patience, and empathy. We cannot learn courage without danger. We cannot practice forgiveness without being wronged. We cannot show profound love without the risk of profound loss. From this perspective, evil and suffering are the raw materials God uses to shape us into better, deeper, and more virtuous souls. Similarly, some argue that we cannot see the full picture. What we perceive as a pointless evil might be a necessary part of a much larger, greater good that we are simply incapable of comprehending. A painful surgery seems evil to a child who doesn't understand. It will save their life. Perhaps our human perspective is too limited to judge the divine plan. The primary counterargument here is stark. Is any greater good worth the cost of a child's suffering? This explanation can seem cold and dismissive to those in the midst of agony, asking them to trust that their pain is part of a plan they cannot see. So, where does this leave us after millennia of debate? There is no single, universally accepted answer to the problem of evil. Each proposed solution provides a possible perspective, but each also raises new questions and faces serious objections. The problem of evil endures because it touches the very core of our human experience, our search for meaning, our cry for justice, and our profound encounter with pain. It is a question that may never be fully answered, but one we cannot stop asking.